Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, here to take a look once again at how long it's taking to get to level 85 since the big changes were announced here at the beginning of June with all the new characters added, all the new stuff added in the game. How long is it going to take now? Is it going to be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4? What's it going to be? And we're about 2.5 weeks in right now from the start for Ellen Ho, Gray78, and Atticus. These are my 3 volunteers. 3 guys that reached out to me and said, hey, I just started a brand new account. They started the Thursday and Friday of that week. That would be June 6th and 7th. So they're all about 2.5 weeks into their farming here. We're going to look at all of their accounts because I'm very curious to see how long level 85 takes now for a regular account from start to finish. You know, for me, I hit it in 54 days, but I was already 4 or 5 weeks into my farm when we got here. So let's jump in and start taking a look at these accounts. We're going to start with Gray78. So Gray78 has his account here, and you'll notice something. This is a little bit of beef. Okay, so I mean, he's got 7-star Hera. Great, congratulations. So not only were these guys given the original, see, the rollout has been rough. Okay. So I, with my account, was already 4 or 5 weeks, and I can't remember exactly where I was. I was at level 69, and, you know, last week they gave us the pack that caught us up to date. Here's all the shards you missed because you didn't get the early conquest, or the early, what are the quests, right? And guess who else got those packs? Everybody got those packs. So now these guys not only got the early quests where they get the TIE Bomber and the TIE Fighter and, you know, whatever else they get, the Phoenix, they got double the shards. The rollout's been a mess, as it usually is with something like this. It's never going to be clean. They can never quite get it right. And I don't know if that's, you know, I'm not here to bash on developers, but it is definitely frustrating. I'm going to guess that's it. We're not going to see any more changes, but so we look at Gray78's roster. Gray, by the way, is at level 76 here. This is the highest level character right here. Captain Rex is level 76. I guess that's the one I would pick too to take out to max. I guess his Hera was level 76 too. Okay, Hera also was level 76. So you see they got a 5-star Slave One, a 5-star Imperial TIE Fighter, a 5-star TIE Bomber. This is because they were given double the packs. They got a 4-star TIE Bomber in the original quest. Then they got a bunch of extra shards, and now it's 5 stars. So Gray78 gets to sit at number 19 in Fleet Arena because they got everything doubled up and are doing a good job following up on. I guess everybody they're playing with got the same thing, but they've done a good job. Gray's done a great job, you know, working through and making sure he's at the top of Fleet Arena. So where is everything right now? Again, these, and I'm definitely going to take a closer look at it as we go along here and talk about what level 1 to 85 looks like. We'll do a very specific video about that once we get, you know, through this a little more. Talk about where Capital Games is pushing everybody as far as farming these days now. They're definitely pushing us toward Phoenix. And then other than that, you know, all Gray's farming here is Phoenix and crew members. And that's it. Phoenix and Darkside crew members. So that when he gets level 78 here briefly, he'll be ready for some action, because level 78 to level 85 is a quick journey if you're ready for it, folks, for sure. So Gray here is at level 76. He's got his Phoenix up. He's got his Vader, Kylo Ren Unmasked, Palpatine, Grand Moff Tarkin, and TIE Fighter pilots. He's got a nice little Empire team and a Phoenix team, and that's pretty much it. Not investing in anything else, because it would just be, you know, you got to be careful. You got to narrow down your focus beginning of the game. So that's really where the focus is for Gray, and obviously focused in on it. He's got all of his Executrix and Endurance are both 4 stars, but the ships he's dialed in on are TIE Advance, TIE Bomber, TIE Silencer, TIE Fighter, Tie Your Shoes, Slave One. So he's really dialed in on these dark side ships, these Empire ships for his fleet. Let's go take a look at Ellen Ho's roster and see where he's sitting. So here's Ellen Ho, or Elton Ho, I guess. I'm not sure. Again, number 25 in fleet. Same idea here. I'm glad they did it. This is a great idea for the game. It really is. And long term, it's going to be fine. The rollout has been sketchy, but big giant rollouts usually are sketchy. We saw that with the gifting here about 3-4 months ago. It was a big sketch with the gifting. It was a mess. So yeah, this rollout is not super duper. We're definitely giving advantages to people. They still have the advantages. They have 5-star ships. You see the same focus here. It's hard to get a focus off of it. Phoenix and Empire. because the stuff that you're given is really dialed in mostly to Phoenix and Empire, and it makes the most sense to dial in on that early and make those your early farms. You see that Ellen Ho here is at level 77, so one level ahead of Gray on the roster, but again, just Phoenix and Empire, and that's what's being farmed. Let's go look at Atticus's roster. And here's Atticus. Boy, doesn't this look familiar? This is... One thing this is going to do is really drive people heavily toward very similar teams. Now, Atticus has a Scout Trooper in here, but that was because I think he purchased an early bundle that... I don't know if it gave him Scout Trooper shards or not. I feel like he got Scout Trooper shards in that. He told me he bought an early bundle of Empire shards with Vader, Gideon, Tarkin, Royal Guard early on. I feel like Scout Trooper was in there because otherwise I don't know how he got to 4 stars. But anyway, we see the same thing. We got our Phoenix here. Atticus is also at level 77. You've got Darth Vader leveled up and Boba Fett. A few more credits here invested at the top, but again, not going deep. Not really going for those Geos yet. Not really going deep on the roster. Just kind of doing the stuff that they give you. If they're going to give you all this stuff, let's take a look and see. Let me pull this up here again so we can take a look at the characters that were given for that for this round here. Hold on 1 second. No, that's a black screen. That's not many. So we see the Phoenix. We see some bounty hunters. And then we see the Empire guys were given here in the original. So those were already being given. And we got the TIE Fighter pilot. Let me go back over to the right here. So we got the TIE Fighter pilot here. TIE Fighter pilot here. Vader. Tarkin. There's Kylo. So that's 4 of the 5. And then Royal Guard gets thrown in there as well. And Vader's ship. And the TIE Bombers. So we're seeing where all that comes in from the old to the new. And it makes a lot of sense that that's the direction that people are really going right now is... their Phoenix and their Empire teams. And we can see that's where these 3 guys are going. They're just farming Phoenix and Empire right now, and that's the start of the game right now. So let's talk a little bit about how quickly these guys are going to get to level 85 from here. So we're about 2.5 weeks in. 2 of them are at level 77. At level 78, you start hitting the quests that really advance you and propel you forward much, much faster in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So you need to save at least 5 Omegas so you can apply an Omega and use that. You need to save up some crystals so you can refresh your Cantina energy, because the first 2 quests you get, I think the first 2, is going to be the apply 3 Omega materials. So you just do 1 Omega for 5 because you need 5 to apply almost every Omega. And there's one, I think Veers' lead is 3 Omegas. There might be a couple more out there. I don't know what they are. But you're going to want to save 5 Omegas for level 78. And you're going to want to save a bunch of crystals if you can. I think it's worth it to hold off on refreshing nodes for maybe the first 2.5 weeks. I don't know. I'd have to really look at it. Maybe just like the few days going into it, maybe the week before, because you have to refresh 1,200 energy of Cantina, and you get credit for the 40 every day that they give you, but you got to do 1,200 in refreshes. Well, that's going to be, you think about it, if you do the 40 every day, so for 3 days that's 120, and then you do 3 days at 300, that's going to be 900 plus. It's going to be 4 days. So 4 days to get that Cantina energy done. And you need to have all your energy saved to do that. So do that. The other thing I'm going to recommend for everybody getting to level 85, once you're getting close to level 78, is don't do your daily challenges until later, because there's at least 1, I think even 2 quests that require you to do daily challenges to get a bunch of XP to get you to level 85. So I would hold off on doing daily challenges until you see if those quests drop in or not. And level 78, 79, 80, you get quests, each one of those levels, they really start dropping in hot and heavy at 78. So you're going to go fast from 78 to 85, especially if you follow the instructions I just gave. We're going to have more on that in a video in the future. But these guys are well on their way. I think they'll be at 85. It's going to be a month or less, folks. It's going to be a month or less for people that follow the quest, do it right, really stay on top of their game. A little bit of a gap there between level 76 and level 78, and then it's off to the races to level 85. So we're looking at somewhere in the range of a month for all you guys to reach level 85 going forward. I think it's a great change to the game. It's going to be really interesting to see these Grand Arena matchups that I'm in right now and how they look here in a couple weeks when everybody starts hitting level 85. So there you go. Boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen, that is what we're looking at, where these guys are in their progress toward level 85 with brand new accounts. Let me know about your account. How is your account looking? How long do you think it's going to take you to get to level 85 with your brand new account that you started once this stuff came out? I hope you have a great day. I hope you're enjoying your double shards, or I only got single shards. And those who reach level 85, before this started and after May 22nd, which is when they're supposed to get stuff, haven't gotten anything yet. So we're all waiting to see what happens in the game. It's a rough rollout. Like I said, it'll be better in the future. Have a good one. But by the way, the rough rollout leads to 1 month of unhappiness on the select group of players. Then everybody's happy after that. So I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day, and always remember, Nooch too good.